Hello and welcome to a Pellego video screencast. In this video, I'm going to cover some of the updates we've made to the user experience when it comes to analyzing a specific property. So whether you're typing in an address or you're browsing deals, eventually you get to this page, and this is the core Pellego page where we do our analysis. And so a couple layout things have changed. You still have the tabs to go between property, comps, rehab, flips, and rental. But we've made a couple of changes along the way. So on the property page, we went ahead and put the street view for the property underneath the photos. This way you can kind of see both right away. In case you're not aware, if you click this button right here, it'll bring you to full screen, which can be useful. And let's get out of there. And we brought the photo number here. So if you're looking at clicking this photo, you know there's going to be about 18 photos, or exactly 18 photos. So as we go through, you can see those photos. Above it, we've got the parcel number. So this is if you want to go to the county, you just click on this and it'll open up a link to the county website. Go ahead and close that. And we've got the edit structure button here too. So it used to be here, and then we moved it to this drop down that you get through this three dots, and then we moved it back here. So you can get it through either way, and this is where if you want to say add a bathroom to update your analysis, you can go ahead and add it in a bathroom. So here you'd have 2 bathrooms, and then you'd save it. I'm not going to do that right now, but just so you know, you can now access that in 2 different places. We also have the sales history down here. So in this case, we don't have a lot of history on this property, so it must be under the same owner for a while, but we can see that it was listed recently today for actually $535,000. So that's the property tab. On the comps tab, it's pretty similar experience that you've been seeing. The kind of main difference that will you might notice is that the comp address is now a clickable. So if you click on this, it's going to open up that property page. So we had some people asking us if they could dive in more to the properties that we were showing as comps, and now you can. And this is also a really good example that shows you when there's a lot more information about the sales history. It'll show you all the price changes, things that changes. So when you're looking at this comp, you can get that breakdown, as well as for the subject property. So back here, this means we only have this piece of information, whereas otherwise there might be more information down there. So other than that, nothing much has changed on the comps. There used to be more colors here, different things, which we're trying to keep it simple. It's either part of your analysis or not part of your analysis. So as a reminder, the Pellego ARV is based on these adjusted values. So if you click thumbs down, that's going to update this ARV. So before it was 725, now it's 740. So thumbs up, 725, thumbs down, 740. And what's going on there is that it's based on this adjusted value and a weighted average of these adjusted values. So in this case, the adjusted value is 686. And because that's lower than 725, it's bringing the number down. Whereas if we go to other comps, so let's say this one, 779, and we were to thumbs down it, that would make the Pellego ARV go down. So it's all based on what you're including in that average. So if you were to say, hey, get rid of this one, and find one of these gray ones, let's say this one, and thumbs down, it's going to go down even more. So I'm going to undo that because that's not what we want right here, but that's give you a sense of it. There's also this icon next to flip. So if you go ahead and click on this, or while you're in the comps and you're looking at the photos of these comps, you're going to have this before photos. So you can see now before you click in whether or not it's going to have photos. This isn't exactly essential for your analysis. It's not that properties with before photos are going to be better comps than ones that don't have before photos. It's just a nice little fun thing to know that, hey, if you want to check it out, you can. So on the rehab tab, moving on, we combine the listing photos and the listing remarks. So now you can see the listing remarks. So this is what the listing agent puts for the property, and and then this is the photo. So that way when you're going through these guides, and you can decide, hey, what's the condition? You can kind of jump between these two, and you can update your numbers over here accordingly. On the flip tab, we went ahead and added some ROI. So this is something people have been asking us for a while. Is, hey, can you put in some ROI so I can see how the deal is doing? So that's what's going on with those. We've got a total ROI. So this is basically if you were to buy the property all cash, this is what your ROI would look like over that time period. Versus if you were to finance the ROI, that's this cash ROI. This is your kind of cash on cash return. So if you put X dollars in, you're going to get Y dollars out, and it's based on that versus the overall deal. So to help that illustrate that a little bit more, down payment is a cash cost. So if down payment were to go down to say 0, you would see that the cash ROI goes up on this one. And the total ROI actually goes down because now you have more costs to pay. So instead of previously paying interest payments on 80% of the purchase price, you're now paying it on 100%. Whereas if this was, say, 50%, you'll see this total ROI go up and then the cash ROI go down. So just like that. So you can now see how the different things are impacting things. Oops. And go around from there. Also got the appreciation trend line on the appreciation, so you can kind of see what's been going on over there. And a couple of changes on the rentals that happened a little while back, but if you're not familiar with them, we just went ahead and combined these graphs to make it a little bit easier to go through. Not going to spend too much time on that because that's not very new. The other final big thing is just more action that you can take. So now we have this notes section. So if you want to make yourself a note, example note, and you were to save it, it's going to save. Now I'm not going to do that just because I don't want to save it, but you can click the save button with your notes, and you'll be able to access them later. Oh, I didn't save my changes. Let's see. I don't want to save my changes. Cancel. Click the cancel button. Perfect. Okay. Another thing is if you do make some changes, let's say you change the ARV to 750,000, and you change the rehab, let's say, to 87,000, and you go ahead and save this, you'll be able to use the share analysis button. Perfect. Okay, perfect. So the share analysis button gives you this custom link. So this link right here, you can copy to your clipboard. That link is not the standard Pellego link. If you go to that link or you send somebody that link, it will have the custom elements you included. So it'll have the custom ARV. It'll have, if you've thumbs up or thumbs down any comps, it'll keep track of those. And it'll also keep track of your numbers. So if you want to share your version of an analysis with somebody, just go ahead and use the share analysis. So that's it. Make comment or shoot us an email or give us a call if you have any questions. And I'll talk to you guys soon.